One of the strategies of God birthing revival is the strategy called the remnant strategy. It does not birth revival with multitude. It births revival with a few. And as you follow me step by step tonight, I will show you how that from the days of the beginning, revival has always been birthed with a few. He put a burden on a few, and those few stayed until revival is perfect. So for Jonah was the messenger of the revival to the whole land of Nineveh. For the days of Daniel was the messenger with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. 4 men brought revival upon a kingdom. The remnant factor, the remnant strategy. So it is not abnormal if few people just gather in such a place like this to pray and to press into God. It's the remnant strategy of God. That was why the Bible says it does not with multitude. Which one? No. When Gideon wanted to miss it, Gideon gathered 300,000 men to fight. God said, no, I don't fight like that. I fight with remnants. Separate unto me men. At the end of the day, out of the 300,000, only 300 men were qualified. The remnants. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego birthed revival in the land, that a king made a decree that only their God should be worshipped. Revival seems to happen all of a sudden when the whole world has turned their back against God. So don't be carried away that the generation no longer seek God. Don't be carried away that darkness has covered the earth. It is in the midst of this darkness that revival is perfect. If it is not like this, we don't need a revival. Follow me closely tonight. So then Elijah should be spoken of. Another man that birthed revival is a one-man mopo on himself. Before Elijah showed up, the prophet of Baals were the lord of the land. Baals was their God. No one called upon the God of Israel. They all looked upon Baal as God. Then God took a man, strange, whom we know not his father or his mother. The Bible called him Elijah the Tishbite. His father's name was never given. God took him into the wilderness. Notice, there is always a training before the birthing of revival. There is always a moment of silence for those that will birth and spearhead revival in the land. You don't launch out being popular. You don't launch out being announced. No, there must be a period of separation. Jesus talking about John. He said, whom did you go out to see? A prince in the palace. He said, no, he's a prophet, not in the palace, in the wilderness. Separated. Because prophet John the Baptist was about to birth a revival. He was about to herald the coming of the Lord. So he was separated. It's the system in God. So we have read of periods of revival. We have seen how that when darkness thought that he has taken over the earth, suddenly, when darkness thought that he has gotten the hold of all of the territory, then God bring out the remnant strategy again. Men that has been kept in secret places, they will come out and they begin to call upon the name of the Lord, and they cause a shift that alter men and turn them back to the Lord. The period of revivals, when Jesus showed up on the earth, he showed up at a time where men no longer relate with God. There has been a total separation between men and God. So when Jesus showed up, he was the attack of the day. The people who have been a master over the old dispensation, who had made themselves God, they become the major attackers of this new dispensation. The greatest enemy of the new move of God are the people who spearhead the old move of God, because they are not able to discern that God has left the realm of the dealing that he had with them. He is the one that was, the one that is, the one that is to come. I'm led to say this to you so that you also will not camp and believe that this is all that can be in God. Even after our generation, a new generation will be birthed, who will still be an expression of what we thought we have seen in God. So don't be surprised if one movement is attacking the other. It's still one of the strategies of the kingdom of darkness to divide them so that it can destroy them. So we are seeing how that Jesus walked on his earthly ministry, spearheading revival, causing a great awakening in the heart of God. Men that will not think about seeking God now coming to ask him, what shall I do that I might have this life of God you are talking about? Men that have been so used and comfortable with the rituals that they perform on the altar of sacrifice. They have been so used with the high priest collecting the rams and taking it to the altar on their behalf. They are comfortable that, but suddenly a man came up who began to steer their hearts and saying, you can have access to this God. And every time you see a steering of the hearts, revival is about to happen. After the days of Jesus' earthly ministry, then we see the apostles, remnant. They are about to take over the world. They are not 12. When they gather at the upper room, they were 120. Talk to me, sir. 120 to take over the entire world. The remnant strategy. Then Jesus told them, it's a consistent strategy in God that men that must birth revival must be men that wait. He said, tarry ye in Jerusalem. Don't rush out. You want to give back to something that the whole world will be infected with. There is a strategy of waiting. Tarry. Enoch waited. Elijah waited. Daniel waited. They were men of the secret. Jesus waited. So he told the disciple, don't go. Wait. Wait. So they stayed, 120 of them, at the upper room, praying. Then suddenly, the revival was birthed. The power of the Holy Ghost himself descended upon them. These fearful men, they should be called fugitives who are running away from the Pharisees and the Sadducees, that is looking to kill them. Because after that they have killed Jesus, they are looking for anyone that called himself the disciple of Jesus. So they gathered themselves at the upper room and they began to pray. They began to pray. Because with them, God is about to do something that the whole world will never recover from.